It was, second year of my captaincy, and having, I think the first year the focus was, I think gaining promotion. I think we were in the second division of the championship at the time, and so and we only just scraped that, to be honest, in 2001 with a win at Derby at the end, which I believe I ended up wicket keeping in. So to suddenly go, through what was quite a tough first year. Just suddenly then we obviously signed Pollock, and we had obviously a young Bell coming through. Still had the likes of Knighty and Gilo occasionally playing. So it was, we had, like, I look back, I think we had a wonderful side, really. And some true Bears. Some real true Bears, and obviously Neil and Dougie and co. It was it was a bloody good side. I certainly remember the Northants game, because I think I got a few runs in that one at the end. But I think we had to win certainly our last match, if not our last couple of matches, to sort of guarantee or hopefully get through to the quarter-final stages. I don't think it was that challenging a total we were chasing, but it was obviously nice. I didn't do it too often as captain, so it was nice to score some runs that day, and which obviously led us to the knockout stages of the cup. And I think once we got through to that, I think I always felt deep down that we had a really, really strong chance. With the likes of Polly and co in the side, we were always going to fare well in a knockout cup. I remember I was still at slip, and I think Nasser had come into that final with, I think he was averaging 100 and odd. He'd got quite a few hundreds in the comp, had hardly been out, and they'd sort of waltzed through to the final, really, without really having, they'd obviously played superbly and did not allow other teams into matches. So I think, we always felt with Polly, we'd got a world-class match winner with ball and bat, to be honest, at that stage. And yeah, I remember him nicking it. Luckily, it was a thin edge, so it went. Pipes just had to do a little bit of work to his right, and it avoided coming to me. So I think my heart was still pounding from walking through the long room at that stage. So, but yeah, look, that I think that that set the tone. I remember speaking to John Stevenson, who's obviously does a lot of great work with the MCC now, and I think he was on the physio's table, basically in his socks and pants, and all of a sudden Graham Gooch came running through, said, "I want you to go in next." He obviously came in literally with half his kit on, I think he said, and Carts, he chopped on from Carts' first ball. So all of a sudden they were 3, 4, 5 down for nothing. So we were always in a great position then. And then obviously we lost myself and Knighty reasonably early on, but then up steps our two youngsters at the time. Obviously Bella, we all know what he went on to do, and Trouts was I think Trouts' innings was a real momentum shift in the chase. He smashed, I think, 3 or 4 fours in one over, and all of a sudden the pressure that they'd suddenly just got on us with the early wickets was blown away. And then I think what we saw Belly do then, we've obviously enjoyed watching him do that over the past 15 years or so. So it was once he got going, I think the writing was on the wall. Yeah, look, it's a really special memory I have. I've got many great memories of being a Bear and playing with some wonderful people and wonderful cricketers. But yeah, I mean, you always look back on special days that, as a kid, from the day my dad first took me to Lords in 1984 to watching the West Indies. I always dreamt of playing at Lords. I had the pleasure of playing there several times across different formats. And obviously, there's nothing more special than walking out in a final and and to walk out as captain with that fantastic side that we had at the time, which obviously had a couple of Warwickshire stalwarts, had some fantastic England players in Knighty and Gilo, and then obviously a future one to come in a young belly. And so it's a really special memory that I enjoy looking back on and thinking back on, and just what a special time it was to be involved with the club.